Guys, a new lesson. First class. A new lesson to you guys, the person who is watching right now. So today is a very new day. I don't know if it's Wednesday or Tuesday, but I don't care. So today I have a very important lesson to you. And this is something which you've done. This is a very big lesson. You need to listen to it and ingrain it into your mind. Most people in the world, most people in general, most people in the world, they always pray, and after praying they don't do anything. Like, most people just expect God to be able to give them things out of falling out of the sky. That is how most people think, because most people go and pray, and even after praying they don't do anything. And this is what even most pastors do. Most pastors will tell people to be able to pray. They don't do anything. That is not how the world works. That is not how the world works. The world works in a very different way. You need to understand that one of the best things you can ever do is to pray to God, so that God can be able to give you power, so that you can maneuver through all the problems that you have and get that thing. You need to have a plan how you can be able to get that thing. There is no one in the world who can be able to tell you that, you know what, come here, let us lock ourselves. Boom, boom, magician, magics, boom, new car, take that car, go with it, bring the next person, magic, car, out of the sky, car. There is no one who can be able to do that. You just need to be able to sit down and come up with a very genuine plan on how you can be able to get something. There is no one who can be able to give you something out of the sky or magic. It's the biggest scam most people are facing right now, because most people are going to church. After going to church, they expect to be able to get things. Just say receive. You need to pray. What's the meaning of receive? Every day receive. What's that? You need to sit down after praying and tell God that, thank you for giving me the power. Right now I'm going to sit down and come up with a genuine plan. Most people can't be able to do that. They're just the biggest scam in history. I can't be able to tell you a story. So, I remember when I was young, I used to be a thief, a very big thief, when I was young back then. 13 years old or 14 years old, yes. I was a very big thief. I used to steal people's things on my apartment there here in Kibera, this Kibera Plaza. I used to steal people's things like it was nothing. I was stealing people's things. I was a silent thief. No one could be able to know me. So I used to steal people's things, and I stole. No one noticed me, and my friends were the one who were noticed. But at some point, after some days of stealing, I was noticed. After I was noticed, my neighbor who came and told my daddy, you know what, your son has started being a thief, and if you don't change your son, he's going to be beaten down to death by the mob justice. And you know what? My father told me that, Manly, you need to stop doing what you're doing. You need to start doing the right things and stop doing what you're doing. And after my father told me that, I said, you know what? I'm still going to steal, because that's where I get money. How can I be able to stop stealing? So I went on stealing. And my father, on the other side, he was a pastor. So my father came and told me. So went on stealing. Then I was arrested. After being arrested, my neighbor, the neighbor who told my father, he went and told my father, your son has been arrested, and I told you not to be able I told you to be able to take care of your son. Now see, your son is literally doing bad, he's showing bad image to you. And my father was like, no problem, I'm going to solve this. So my father came, got me out of the cell, and every time my father would get me in a mess, it was whips. Every time. If he got me in a mess, whips. Canes. I mean whips, they're small whips. Do you know the bladder, the Maasai bladder cane? No, most Kenyans know this. If you are a Kenyan, you know this. The Maasai cane. That is what my father used to beat me with. Canes on a daily basis, bro. If I do any mistake, canes. He took action. And after that, after beating me for like 3 years in a row, I changed, even though it was so hard, it was so bad to be able to beat me like that. I changed. And I remember there was a time my father was asked, why are you beating your child even though you are a pastor? And do you know what my father said? Do you know what the answer my father said? My father said, even in the Bible, it has been written that you need to be able to punish the people who are doing the wrong things. After punishing them, they will change. And this literally changed my mind because my father whipped me even though he was praying. Do you think if my father could be able to sit down there and say that, God, I'm so sorry, my son needs to be able. If he could be praying and not taking action, do you think I will change? I will never change. I will still be a thief, stealing on a daily basis. But I changed because my father with me, and at the same time he was praying, telling God to be able to protect my son and do everything. And I changed. I changed instantly. Right now you can be able to see I've changed. I'm doing the right things. I'm on the right lane, giving people the right knowledge at the right time. I'm not doing wrong things like most people. No, it's all because of action. You need to understand how the world works. Doing action is the best thing. Action is the only thing which can be able to change you. If you don't take action, you are a bigger scam. So start taking action, you'll see so many different